Hello and welcome to Palace Intrigue. I am your host, Mark Francis. A friend close to Meghan Markle has claimed the Duchess is literally lost after her lifestyle brand has ever failed to meet expectations. Speaking to the Daily Mail, the friend said, at the moment she is literally lost because the whole jam-making business did not work out in the way she thought it would. Nobody has seen any figures, but I don't think that they are that good. I know they just released a Sauvignon Blanc, but it's not going to make her lots of money because Netflix owns the business. According to the report, Netflix is not just a backer, but an active partner in As Ever. The outlet's Alison Boshoff wrote, this would be disputed by Meghan, but certainly the streamer is an investor and will be taking a big slice of any profits. It's also heavily involved in running the business as Meghan, despite her talk of being a female founder, is entirely inexperienced. During an interview with Bloomberg earlier this year, Meghan described Netflix as her only partner and investor and spoke passionately about her creative vision for the brand. I don't want it to feel generic, cookie-cutter, or phoned in, she said, but I know how much time I spent on it from soup to nuts. But I want it to be something that people feel excited to have in their home, and especially that people feel excited to gift. However, her friend suggested that ambition may be outpacing experience. She just wants to make money. She wants to be a billionaire, the source said. The trouble is, she doesn't know how. Behind the scenes, Meghan Markle is said to be quietly supporting Prince Harry's efforts to reconcile with his family, particularly his father, King Charles. Sources told Page Six that while Meghan has not shied away from discussing the difficulties she faced within the royal household, she recognizes the importance of rebuilding bridges. They need the royal family, said one insider. Meghan is aware of that. Another added, Meghan knows that Harry won't be returning to royal duties, but on a human personal level, she wants him to be on good terms with his father. Security remains a key obstacle. Harry lost a legal appeal in May after being denied taxpayer-funded police protection when visiting Britain, a decision he has described as unjustified and inferior treatment. Even so, during his September visit to London, his first meeting with his father in 19 months, Harry was reportedly encouraged to find the king in good spirits. A source said he left Clarence House smiling after gifting his father a new photo of his children. Observers have noted that Harry has appeared lighter and happier since the visit. He was seen beaming while opening the Project Healthy Minds World Mental Health Day Festival in New York last week, where he said, maintaining good mental health isn't just an individual challenge, it is a community responsibility. Approached this way, everybody wins. Princess Diana's biographer, Andrew Morton, has shared his reflections on Meghan Markle's time as a working royal, saying she could have been a natural royal had she stayed longer in the fold. Speaking on Pod Save the King, Morton said, the great tragedy, I think, is that Meghan and Harry didn't give it long enough to see whether they could give it a go. They were on the out almost before the wedding music had finished. He recalled Meghan's long record of activism, noting, Meghan's a natural. I've got pictures of her when she was age 10 leading a march against the first Gulf War at her school. The local TV cameras turned up and she was there giving interviews. She spoke at the United Nations with Hillary Clinton. She had the great possibility of using her talent and her position to make a genuine change to the world. I don't think she's going to make such a change living in Montecito. Turning to Prince Harry, Morton drew strong comparisons between him and his late mother. Prince Harry was and is a natural. He and his wife have got charisma, and there is no denying that. People do respond to them in a very positive way when they meet him, he said, adding, when I see Harry kneeling down with his arm around some kid, I am just watching Diana. It transports you back 25, 30 years. Harry himself says that he never makes a decision without referring it to her in a spiritual sense. Morton also praised Diana's enduring influence on the monarchy. She marked a turning point in the way the royal family behaved, and through her behavior helped to modernize and make more human the royal family. So it wasn't big handbags, white gloves, and standoffish. It was more touchy-feely than it had ever been in the past. So she made the royal family more relevant to modern times. Pierpaoli Piccioli says Meghan Markle brought human warmth and grace to his Balenciaga debut, calling her surprise appearance at Paris Fashion Week a beautiful moment of sincerity in an industry that doesn't often allow for surprise. Piccioli told Vogue, Meghan and I met some years ago and we've been texting ever since. She reached out and said she'd love to come to the show. There was no strategy or big orchestration. I didn't tell anyone she was coming because I wanted it to stay a surprise. In fashion, real surprises are rare, and this one was beautiful. He added that seeing Meghan in the audience at his debut show was a wave of love at the end of an emotional week. When I walked out and saw her there, I felt supported, he said. It reminded me that fashion is about connection, not just the clothes, but the people who believe in what you're doing. Chrissy Teigen has spoken out in defense of Meghan Markle, saying the Duchess of Sussex is deeply misunderstood and one of the kindest and strongest people she knows. Speaking to People magazine, Teigen said she finds it insane how polarizing Meghan has become, insisting the Duchess is nothing like how she's often portrayed. I really adore her, Chrissy said. I think she is so incredibly strong. It is insane to me how polarizing she is for so many different people when she really is such a kind, good person that wants the best for all her friends and the best for people around her and the best for her own relationship and for her children. She just wants those things, and people come up with all these different things that she could be about or what she wants, but it's not that complicated. I think it's cool that Meghan is just like, listen, say whatever you want. I'm happy and I'm healthy and I feel good. More Palace in just a moment. King Charles' personal fortune has seen an extraordinary rise over the past year, according to the latest Sunday Times Rich List. His Majesty's wealth is now estimated at £640 million, up dramatically from £30 million the previous year, making him considerably richer than his late mother, Queen Elizabeth II. The Queen was reported to be worth £370 million at the time of her death in 2022, meaning Charles now surpasses her by around £270 million. Much of the increase stems from the investment portfolio he inherited from her, which was exempt from inheritance tax under a long-standing agreement designed to protect the monarchy's financial stability. Additional income is generated from the Duchy of Lancaster, the King's private estate, which spans more than 18,000 hectares across Lancashire, Yorkshire and parts of central London. Valued at approximately £654 million, it produces about £20 million in annual profits. Meanwhile, Prince William's personal wealth is estimated at about £100 million. As Duke of Cornwall, he receives an income from the Duchy of Cornwall estate covering over 52,000 hectares, primarily in southwest England. Despite stepping away from royal duties, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle remain wealthy in their own right. Hello magazine places the Duchess's net worth at roughly £45 million, while Harry's fortune combines royal inheritance with major American media deals, including partnerships with Netflix and Spotify. The royal household has announced a new vacancy for a senior security advisor responsible for safeguarding Buckingham Palace and other royal residences against terrorism and major threats. The position, which offers a salary of £70,000 and the option of hybrid working, will run on a fixed 2-year contract from November 2025 to November of 27. The successful candidate will serve as the royal family's lead expert on the Terrorism Protection of Premises Bill, liaising closely with the Home Office, police and counter-terrorism specialists. Duties will include conducting detailed security assessments across multiple royal sites and representing the royal household at high-level security meetings. According to the official job posting, applicants must demonstrate practical knowledge of national and international security threats with proven experience applying physical and technical security measures in sensitive or high-security environments. A relevant security qualification from industry, police, or military background is required, along with strong analytical and risk assessment skills. The recruitment comes as the UK's national terror threat level remains at substantial, meaning an attack is considered likely following last week's attack at Manchester Synagogue. In addition to the £70,000 salary, the role includes 25 days of annual leave, a highly valued pension, free lunch, and staff discounts, including 20% off the Royal Collection trust shops and complimentary admission to royal residences. Applications close tomorrow. And there you have it. Like to email us, our address is thepalaceintrigue@gmail.com. Please follow us on Spotify, Apple, and all the social media sites. I'm Mark Francis. My thanks to John McDermott. This is Palace Intrigue, and good times.